Hello viewers, I hope you are doing well. Before we begin, I want to let you know that this video includes 3 to 4 numerical word problems, so stay tuned if you find them challenging. Question number 1. Which of the following best describes the concept total cost of ownership of the supply system? A. Total of all acquisition costs. B. Total of all costs in a supply chain. C. Total of all assets in the supply chain. D. Total cost of the delivery from suppliers. Here the correct answer is B. The total cost of ownership of the supply system is the total of all the costs associated with every activity of the supply stream. The acquisition costs tend to be a small portion of the total cost. Some of the indirect costs include inspection, handling, warehousing, insurance, etc. Question number 2. A critical element in a flexible manufacturing system is A. Software, B. Hardware, C. People, D. None of the above. Here the correct answer is A. Software enables the integration of all the equipment in the factory, which results in a flexible manufacturing system. It provides the base to operate as one system. Question number 3. Group technology is installed most frequently in A. Flow shops, B. Repetitive manufacturers, C. Job shops, D. None of the above. Here the correct answer is C. Job shops offer the greatest potential for improvement from group technology because of the shorter cycle times and improved setup times. Question number 4. According to the volume variety matrix, companies which have low variety and high volume are best suited to which of the following manufacturing environments? A. Job shop, B. Batch, C. Line, D. Continuous. Here the correct answer is D. The volume variety matrix shows the relationship between the variety of products and the volume of products. Companies which have a low variety and a high volume would have a continuous manufacturing process. Companies which have this type of manufacturing would be oil refiners or chemical processors. These companies operate a continuous process around the clock. Question number 5. To implement the various changes necessary to compete in the global marketplace, employee behavior must change. The best way to begin changing employee behavior is to A. Threaten them to change. B. Flatten the organization, remove supervision. C. Change the performance and reward system. D. Increase the training budget. Here the correct answer is C. Employee behavior will change when the performance measurement and reward system changes. People will respond differently to different measures. If the performance measures only measure output, then people will only be concerned with output. If the performance measure is changed to include skills and quality, not just quantity, then employees will be responsive to that. Reward systems must also change to be more team-based and bonus-based, so employees receive a fair amount of the benefit from ideas and increased skills. Question number 6. A major requirement for making a little of each product each day is A. No options are allowed. B. The use of cards or other signaling devices. C. Level customer demands. D. Quick setup and changeover. Here the correct answer is D. Because producing a little of each product daily requires frequent transitions between different products. If setup and changeover times are long, production will be inefficient, leading to delays and increased costs. Quick changeover enables smooth workflow and responsiveness to demand variations. Question number 7. If a work center is becoming a bottleneck and throughput time is getting longer, which of the following could be a solution? 1. Decrease the input. 2. Increase the planned lead times. 3. Increase the capacity. Here option B, which refers to point number 1 and 3, is correct. Essentially, the only way to relieve the bottleneck is to increase the output from the work center or decrease the input. Increasing the planned lead times will cause more work to be released to the floor. Question number 8. Which of the following statements are true regarding queues? 1. Queue size and lead time are interchangeable. 2. Queue size and lead time are interconnected. 3. Queue time is variable based on priority. Here option C, which refers to point number 2 and 3, is correct. Queue size and lead time are interconnected since an increase in queue size will increase lead time. However, if a job is high priority by management, the queue size won't matter. Question number 9. Which of the following best describes the term alternate routing? A. A routing like the primary routing which produces an identical item of lesser quality. B. A routing less preferred to the primary routing which produces an identical item. C. A routing which takes longer than the primary routing and produces a similar but not identical part. D. A routing for the supplier which exists on the customer's file. Here option B is correct. An alternate routing is not preferred over the primary because the machinery could be older, more variable, or may take longer. However, the identical part is produced within the quality specification. Question number 10. Given the following information on a work center, if the weekly load on the work center is 90 hours, the work center is A. Overloaded, B. Underloaded, C. Imbalance, D. Not enough data. Here the correct answer is A. The work center is overloaded because the standard capacity is 86 standard hours. Now let's look at the calculation. Now some people who are weak in word problems might be wondering how we have calculated total number of hours in a week. So here is the formula. Question number 11. A make-to-order manufacturing company would like to cut its backlog from 4 months to 2 months. If annual demand is 120 units, the production plan this year should be how many units? A. 100, B. 120, C. 140, D. 160. Here the correct answer is C. The company needs to produce enough units to meet this year's demand, that is 120 units, and reduce the backlog by 2 months worth of demand. Since the backlog is being cut in half from 4 months to 2 months, the additional production will be required. And the formula for calculating annual production of this year is annual demand plus backlog reduction. As you can see that annual demand is given in the problem. So that is 120. And we need to calculate backlog reduction. So in order to calculate backlog reduction, we are going to use the formula annual demand divided by 12 multiplied by months of backlog reduction. By using this formula, we have calculated backlog reduction 20 units. So 120 units of annual demand plus 20 units of backlog reduction will be 140 units. Question number 12. The relationship between customer service and inventory levels can be best described by which of the following? A. Statistically, increase in customer service levels require increases in safety stock. B. Reductions in inventory levels always result in reduced customer service. C. Increases in customer service levels always require increases in safety stock. D. The relationship between inventory levels and customer service has not been proven. Here the correct answer is A. Statistically, increase in customer service levels would require increases in safety stock. However, practically speaking, this is not always the case. Reliable supply chains and reliable forecasting may allow increases in customer service without the corresponding increase in safety stock. Question number 13. In the manufacturing of forecast deviations, mean absolute deviation MAD is frequently preferred over standard deviation for all of the following reasons except A. The standard deviation is more difficult to calculate. B. Mean absolute deviation is capable of being updated conveniently with the use of exponential smoothing. C. MAD is the expected forecast error for the next forecast period. D. MAD is a more precise measurement. Here the correct answer is D. Mean absolute deviation is preferred because it is simpler to calculate, can be easily updated using exponential smoothing, and represents the expected forecast error. However, it is not a more precise measurement than standard deviation, as standard deviation accounts for variability in a more detailed manner, making option D incorrect. Question number 14. Which of the following are inputs to the master production schedule? 1. Production plan. 2. Material requirements plan. 3. Inventory balances. 4. Customer orders. Here option B, which refers to point number 1, 3 and 4 is correct. All the answers are input to the MPS except MRP. The MPS is an input to the MRP system. Question number 15. Which of the following parts of master planning are components of demand management? 1. Master scheduling. 2. Order service. 3. Forecasting. 4. Production and resource planning. Here option D, which refers to point number 2 and 3 is correct. Order service and forecasting are components of demand management. The other two answers pertain to the supply of resources. Question number 16. For a given product, the line haul cost is $1.5 per mile. The product will move 400 miles. If 40,000 pounds are being shipped, what is the cost per 100 weights? A 1, B 1.5, C 2, D 2.5. Here the correct answer is B. The truck will cost $600 to move 400 miles. Now in order to calculate cost per 100 weight, we are going to use per formula, that is total transportation cost divided by total weight in cost per 100 weight. So first we are going to calculate total transportation cost, which is line haul cost per mile multiplied by distance. So 1.5 multiplied by 400 is equal to 600. Now we will calculate total weight in cost per 100 weight by using the formula total weight divided by 100. That is 40,000 divided by 100, which gives us 400. So cost per 100 weight will be 600 divided by 400, which will give us 1.5. Question number 17. In a certain manufacturing environment, routings are fixed and work centers are arranged in the order of the routings. The production at each work center takes a similar amount of time. This would describe A. Project manufacturing, B. Intermittent manufacturing, C. Flow manufacturing, D. Specialty manufacturing. Here the correct answer is C. In a flow manufacturing environment, routings are generally fixed with work centers arranged according to the flow. Question number 18. The time fence zone known as the liquid zone would have which of the following characteristics? A. Any change can be made to the MPS within the production plan. B. Changes must be minimized due to the expense of changing the MPS. C. Capacity and materials are committed to specific orders. D. Changes should be authorized at the senior manager level. Here option A is correct. The liquid zone is characterized by mostly forecast orders and changes can readily be made without any impact to the bottom line. The master scheduler can make changes in this zone or the computer will make changes in this zone. Question number 19. A component has a fixed cost of $1,000 and a variable cost of $5 per unit to produce. What would the average cost per unit be if the company produces 4,000 units? A. $5, B. 5.1, C. $5.25, D. $5.5. Here the correct answer is C. In order to calculate average cost per unit, we are going to use the formula total cost divided by total units produced, where total cost can be calculated by adding fixed cost and variable cost. As you can see, the total units produced are already mentioned in the question, that is 4,000. So we have calculated 21,000 total cost and we will divide it by 4,000, that is our total units produced, which will give us 5.25, making option C correct. Question number 20. Which of the following is typically characterized as an element of the supply chain? A. Finance, B. Distribution, C. Quality control, D. Engineering. Here the correct answer is B. Distribution is a key element of the supply chain as it involves the movement of goods from manufacturers to customers, ensuring timely delivery and fulfillment of demand. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate the time and attention of all my viewers. If you want to practice more questions, please click the video.